games, and so it's like at some point it's like
that period.
Yeah,
right.
no, watch what happens next week.
I got you.
Oh yeah.
How much has this week benefited you physically?
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was hoping for a game 7 from the beginning. You know, I was leaning on my teammates for a sweep in the first round. So luckily both those things happened, and you know, if I'm needed on Tuesday, I'll be ready to play.
You were part of those Clippers teams that, you know, back in the playoffs, and now since then they've really had trouble. I think they lost something like 11 in a row. Can that get in their head at all?
I mean, I really think they're focusing on just getting past Utah right now. It's been a hell of a series. You know, both teams losing key players. Gobert able to return. You know, Game 7 at home is all you can really ask for this series, and you know, I think that's their main focus right now.
What will Tuesday be like for you when they're honoring the UTA?
I think it's great. You know, this is you know, guys that became teammates, became family and brothers. You know, we're all still friends. And when Raymond told me about it, I was excited for those guys. You know, it brings back a lot of great memories, and I think it really energizes the crowd tomorrow Tuesday night.
Yeah, I could see a 30 for 30 ESPN deal on that.
It could be something. Definitely could be something like that. You know, we had a lot of fun with that team, but right now I'm really focused on, you know, this team and what we're able to accomplish.
What does it say about your longevity? It's been 10 years.
Man. Yeah, 10 years since my 15th season, so it's gone by quick. I definitely feel it now. You know, I'm here with my kids now. You know, my kids were conceived the last time I was here. You know what I mean? So it's been a long time, and it's been a great ride.
How much fun is it to establish just things for you guys on defense from the tip and really?
I just think he's a leader from all standpoints. You know, defense, offense, locker room. You know, he's really just a voice, and you know, I really admire what he's able to do and the way he can get a hold of this team.
Does he take it just, you know, to the edge, right to the edge at the perfect point?
I think there's a good mix between, you know, going too far and not far enough, and I think he's mastered that. You know what I mean? Sometimes his passion gets the best of him, but you know, I think that's also what makes him great.
They've upgraded you to probable. I mean, for game 1.
Yeah, I'll be ready to go. Like I said, if I'm needed game 1, I can definitely play.
Do you think if you need, I mean, you guys are 3-0, so there's no need to push, but do you think you probably could have pushed it?
No, it was a foot sprain and a bone bruise. It wasn't my ankle at all. You know what I mean? So I just had to get the pain. I couldn't really move. I mean, I can run straight ahead fine. I just couldn't turn or move laterally. You know, but now all that is back and I'm ready to go.
When you lose a head like this, and you have so many veteran guys that have been around the league a little bit, how important is it? How impactful is it when you have guys that are almost like coaches on the floor themselves?
I think it's very important. You know, this team is you know, a good mixture of older and younger players, but even the younger players that have been through wars have won championships. So, you know, we got a lot of guys that really, you know, we hold each other accountable. And, you know, Mike Brown's been in this position before as far as coaching and going to the finals with Cleveland. So he'll do a great job of stepping up. So we're just, you know, hoping the best for Steve. You know, some things are bigger than basketball. We want him to get better and hopefully enjoy the rest of the ride with us.
You sense that, you know, and Sean have made some strides with this week.
Yeah, you know, KD's been itching to get back for a while. You know, I think it took Sean and I a little bit longer. But KD is back. He's healthy. He feels good. You know, Sean is still, you know, anytime you got a perfect finger on your dominant hand, it's going to take a little while longer. But, you know, I think he'll be okay too. So, you know, we're getting a full team and be ready to play.
You've talked before about this spot league team was underdogs, and that kind of gave you guys a certain mentality. How good would you guys have been if you didn't have that? I mean, did you need that for that group?
I think that was our mentality. You know, we were, you know, kind of a team of, you know, a team that was just thrown together. You know, guys that had traveled around and, you know, kind of had some reputations, and I think us all coming together and getting on the same page, playing with that chip is what made us who we were.